On December 30th, 2023, a tragic and mysterious death shook the small town of Clinton, South Carolina. 14-year-old Caden Moses was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head in his own home. But what at first seemed like a devastating case of suicide quickly unraveled into something far more unsettling. Earlier that evening, Caden was enjoying a normal night, playing video games with a friend, known only as James. James was staying over at Caden's house when, according to reports, a muffled gunshot was heard. Moments later, James exited Caden's room and told family members that Caden had shot himself. Something about that explanation didn't sit right. When the Lawrence County Coroner's Office conducted its investigation, they ruled Caden's death a homicide. The evidence simply didn't match the story of a self-inflicted wound. One key detail stood out. Caden was right-handed, but the fatal gunshot wound was on the left side of his head. Additionally, forensic evidence contracted the claim that Caden had taken his own life. The trajectory and the nature of the wound didn't align with typical self-inflicted gunshot patterns, raising serious doubt about James's account of what happened that night. Despite the coroner's ruling of homicide, law enforcement agencies have not made any arrests. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, also known as SLED, and the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office have stated that there is insignificant evidence to prosecute anyone in connection with Caden's death. This lack of action has left Caden's family heartbroken and frustrated. They continue to seek justice, questioning whether the investigation was as thorough as it should have been. How could a case officially ruled as a homicide have no suspects, no charges, and no justice? If Caden didn't shoot himself, then who did? And why has no one been held accountable? Was there crucial evidence overlooked? Did authorities rush to accept an explanation that didn't add up? These are the questions that Caden's loved ones, and many who have followed the case, continue to ask. Caden Moses was just 14 years old. A young life full of promise, cut short under suspicious circumstances. His family deserve answers. They deserve justice. If you want to help, share Caden's story, keep his name alive, demand transparency and accountability. What do you think happened that night? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to see more true crime investigations like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because every story deserves to be told, and every victim deserves justice. Deep in the hollows of Hulen, Kentucky, a quiet, unincorporated town nestled in the Cumberland Mountains, 38-year-old Jessica Caldwell lived a simple life. A stay-at-home mom. She shared a small baby blue house with her teenage son and sometimes the 3 children of her longtime boyfriend, Kenneth "Kenny" Saylor. But in the summer of 2018, Jessica vanished without a trace. Her family believes she is no longer alive, and the last message she sent only deepened the mystery. Jessica was an active Facebook user. She shared everything. Her love for morning glories, frustration with local police, and even criticism of meth users in her small town. But in mid-March 2018, the update suddenly stopped. Then, on June 15th, Jessica sent a chilling message to her sister, Jamie. The message read as followed. Thanks, Jamie. Not trying to bug you about my problems, but if y'all ain't heard from me, think something is wrong. He was drinking. He gets like that, and only when he drinks. I'm okay though, and I'll check in every day to let you know. If I don't by 6 p.m, assume something is wrong. Jessica never checked in again. Her last known communication was a phone call to her son that same day. After that, silence. 3 weeks later, on July 6, she failed to show up for a family member's birthday, and her family reported her missing. When police went to her house, they found something disturbing. Jessica's belongings gone. Her home completely emptied. And in the front yard, burn barrels. A local even claimed to have seen Kenny burning Jessica's mattress. Kenny, however, had an explanation. Jessica had simply left town, but there was just one problem. Jessica didn't have a car, nor a driver's license, or even money. Leaving would have been impossible without help. Kenny refused to answer any questions and quickly lawyered up. Police dredged a local lake but found nothing. Despite evidence of foul play, the case went cold. Then in 2021, Kenny was arrested, but not for Jessica's disappearance. He faced a string of charges: theft, drug possession, endangerment, and illegal firearm possession. He served time, got out on parole, and now he has his own Facebook account, while Jessica's remains frozen in time. So, leads us to this point. The question on everybody's mind. What really happened to Jessica Caldwell? Her family believes Kenny was responsible. The burn barrels suggest an attempt to destroy evidence. Jessica's warning message paints a picture of domestic violence, but without a body, without a confession. The case remains unsolved. What we do know is that Jessica feared for her life, and now years later, her sister still fights for answers. Jessica would be 45 today. Her son, now a father, is left wondering what happened to his mother. Maybe one day, someone will talk. Maybe Kenny will slip up. Or maybe this case will remain another tragic mystery lost in the Kentucky wilderness. If you have any information about Jessica Caldwell's disappearance, please contact the local authorities, and if you want to see justice for Jessica, share her story as much as possible. This has been Strange Mysteries, bringing you real stories, real mysteries, and the truth that needs to be heard. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe.